Most people spend their entire lives chasing success that the world can see. They run after money, status, recognition, validation, material possessions. Society has programmed us to believe that the more we have outside, the more complete we'll feel inside. But the truth is far more brutal. Outer success without inner peace is an empty victory. You can have the biggest house, the fastest car, the perfect image online, but if your mind is restless, your soul is anxious, and your heart is unfulfilled, then all of it means nothing. You can be winning in the eyes of the world, but still losing every single night when you're alone with your own thoughts. The illusion of outer success is dangerous. The moment you achieve one goal, your brain instantly creates another target. You get a car, you want a better car. You buy a house, you want a bigger one. You earn 1 million, suddenly you're obsessed with 10 million. It never ends. And while you keep climbing, you start comparing yourself to people who are higher, richer, more powerful, and more famous. That constant comparison destroys your peace. It creates anxiety, jealousy, and insecurity. You think you're chasing freedom, but in reality, you're chasing chains. That is not success. That is slavery to your own mind. True inner peace is something different. It doesn't mean sitting on a mountain doing meditation all day. It means being able to stay calm when everything around you is chaos. It means being centered when life is testing you, when things are uncertain, when people criticize or betray you. Inner peace is knowing who you are without needing anyone else. Creates another target. You get a car, you want a better car. You buy a house, you want a bigger one. Your spirit, that's real strength. Here's the paradox. When you focus on inner peace first, outer success becomes easier because you're no longer working from a place of insecurity or desperation. You're not chasing money to fill a void. You're building wealth because it's a tool, not your identity. You're not seeking validation from strangers. You're secure enough to move in silence and let your results. Inner peace gives you clarity, and with clarity, you make better. True inner peace is something different. It doesn't mean sitting on a mountain doing meditation all. You attract the right opportunities and you stay disciplined long enough to win big. Most people think they'll find peace after they succeed. But the truth is, you succeed because you find peace first. Look at the most stressed entrepreneurs, the most miserable celebrities, the most depressed millionaires. They had everything outside, but inside they were broken. No amount of money fixes emptiness. No amount of followers silences insecurity. No amount of luxury erases loneliness. The inside always wins over the outside. Now, how do you build inner peace? First, you need self-control. A man without self-control is slave to his impulses. If you can't control your thoughts, your habits, your emotions, silence and let your results. Inner peace gives you clarity. And with clarity, you make better of distractions. When you wake up every day with a mission bigger than yourself, you stop overthinking. You stop competing. You stop chasing shallow recognition. Third, you need gratitude. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what's missing to what's present. Instead of living in scarcity and comparison, you live in abundance and contentment. Understand this, outer success is a byproduct, not the foundation. If you build a life on outer success without inner peace, your foundation will always crack. But if you build inner peace first, then no matter what happens outside, whether you win or lose, whether you rise or fall, you remain solid. That is power. That is freedom. And that is the kind of success no one can ever take away from you. So the next time you think success is about being seen, being praised, or being envied, remember this truth. The greatest flex is being calm in a world full of chaos. The richest person isn't the one with the most money. It's the one who wakes up without anxiety and goes to bed without regret. Inner peace is the real wealth. Outer success without it is just noise. But when you master the inside, the outside will follow automatically. Inner peace is greater. Instead of living in scarcity and comparison, you live in abundance and contentment. Yet they're miserable. They post pictures smiling with luxury, but behind closed doors, they drown themselves in alcohol, distractions, fake friendships, and shallow pleasures. Why? Because deep inside, they have no peace. They're restless. They're constantly running from themselves. Outer success became their mask, but every mask eventually cracks. And when it cracks, the world sees the pain you've been trying to hide all along. Inner peace is the art of not needing to escape yourself. It's the ability to sit in silence, no phone, no distraction, no noise, and still feel comfortable in your own presence. If you can't spend time alone with yourself, then you haven't built inner peace. If you need constant entertainment, constant validation, constant stimulation, then success will never satisfy you because you've never learned how to be without it. You see, the game of life is not about how much you can collect, it's about how much you can control. The man who controls his mind controls his reality. Outer success is fragile. The market crashes, you lose money. A scandal happens, you lose reputation. Accidents happen, you lose possessions. But if you have inner peace, none of that can break you. You become untouchable. You can lose everything outside, but you never lose yourself inside. That's why the strongest warriors in history, the wisest leaders, the men who built legacies, every single one of them valued inner discipline more than outer display. Let me give you a relatable example. Imagine a man who earns millions, but he can't sleep at night. Without pills, he can't stay faithful in his relationships. He can't silence the voices in his head. Compare him to a man who earns far less, but he wakes up with gratitude. He has loyalty in his relationships. He has a calm spirit that no storm can shake. Who's really successful? Society will point to the first man because of his wealth. But in reality, the second man is richer because he owns the one thing money can't buy, peace of mind. The mistake people make is thinking peace means weakness. They think being calm is the same as being passive. That's wrong. Peace is not weakness. Peace is power under control. A man with peace can stay composed in situations that make others panic. He doesn't react out of desperation. He responds with clarity. He doesn't waste energy on small arguments, gossip, or negativity. He saves his energy for battles that actually matter. That's why inner peace makes you sharper, stronger, and far more dangerous to your competition. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you truly felt peace? Not happiness from a party, not excitement from buying something new, not relief from escaping problems, but genuine peace. The kind where your heart feels light, your mind is still, and your soul is calm. Most people can't even remember the last time, and that's why they chase success so aggressively, because they think outer wins will fix an inner war. But inner war can only be solved internally. No amount of success can substitute for self-mastery. So here's the challenge. Before you chase another external goal, build inner peace first. How? By mastering your habits. Cut off the toxic influences that drain your spirit. Discipline your body so your mind follows. Limit distractions so you can hear your own thoughts. Start journaling, praying, meditating, whatever helps you stay centered. Protect your mental space as seriously as you protect your money. At the end of the day, the world doesn't care how successful you look. You can fool others, but you can't fool yourself. And when you're lying on your deathbed, you won't be thinking about the car you drove or the number of followers you had. You'll be thinking about whether you lived with peace, whether you loved with depth, whether you slept at night without regret. That's the real scoreboard. That's the ultimate success. Inner peace is the legacy. Outer success is just the decoration.